The story would begin at the end of the Tournament of Power. All the warriors, including the deities of the 12 universe, would see Goku as a potential threat, since his thirst for more power was endangering these 12 universes. On this occasion, Gohan and Goten would train since they longed to be as powerful as their father. Hey Whis, this is bad. If Son Goku becomes more powerful and his children resume training, they'll do something stupid and endanger the 12 universes. I like Mr. Goku, but you are correct. If you continue with that behavior, no matter where you go, you'll cause destruction. In that case, we gotta have an emergency meeting. We gotta do something against Son Goku and his family. I have to back all the other gods so as not to face the fury of Zeno-sama. In that case, let's inform the gods. Whis was able to communicate with the angels of the 12 universes. In a matter of minutes, all the gods arrived to the planet of Beerus. Beerus, I hope you have something important to tell us to arrange an emergency meeting. I stopped doing important business. I agree with Kyla. If you're able to organize an emergency meeting, you better tell us what's endangering these 12 universes. You're correct. I have to inform you that there is someone endangering these 12 universes, and if we don't do something, everything is going to be destroyed or eliminated by the great Zeno-sama. You better talk once and for all. Leave the mystery for another time. We better seal Son Goku or eliminate him. His power is growing incomprehensibly to even the gods like us. And not enough with that, his children have an amazing potential. They've resumed their training. That means that we have to have a few years. These three will be able to overcome the power of a guardian angel. That's why you organized this meeting, or am I wrong? As wise as ever, Amush. That's why we've been always characterized you, but you're right. Even though that we win this Tournament of Power thanks to Son Goku, I don't want him to put us in a situation. Yeah, but Beerus, you want to be able to seal Son Goku. He has the power of the Ultra Instinct, and his kids have the potential to have that too. That'll be more complex. We don't have the access to the Ultra Instinct. He's correct. None of us can get that Ultra Instinct, and they possess the power beyond the gods. I doubt that we'll be able to face the 12 gods together. We gotta do it. It's time. Right now, we'll be leaving for planet Earth. On Earth, Goku was focused on training. He would access the imperfect Ultra Instinct and be able to face Broly. Despite having unlimited power, it was not able to be controlled. He was not able to defeat Goku. Vegeta, on the ground, injured, remembering the words of Beerus. Vegeta, if it's hard, you gotta accept it. Son Goku's a threat to Universe 7. You gotta protect your family. No matter how we see it, even though you're saying don't commit stupid things that put the well-being of your family at risk. Damn it, Beerus is right. Although it's hard for me to accept, we gotta banish him off of Earth. Otherwise, a powerful enemy could see Kakarot and not do anything. Goku would continue training against Broly, would get angrier, and Goku didn't plan to end the battle so quickly because he wanted his body to get used to the charge of the Ultra Instinct. But the expulsion of Broly's power, the whole planet of Earth was affected, and Gohan and Goten in this place would be in the whole battle taking place. Wow, I'm not able to feel the divine energy. I didn't know who was fighting, but Dad's able to defeat that warrior.
Wow, when I grow up, I want to be like my dad. He can be the most powerful Saiyan in the 12 universes. I want him to be proud of me. I know I can do it.
Of course, if they leak, it's not time for you to worry about that yet, since you've got to finish school, since our mother would get mad at you. At that moment, a tremor would be over the place. Goku charging his energy in his hands with the intention of leaving Broly out of combat. The attack being a few centimeters from Broly, the Dragon Balls would teleport him to the planet, being raised since he was a simple baby. Well, apparently he was able to teleport with the help of the Dragon Balls. He's not a bad guy. I hope I can face him again. Goku would approach Vegeta, helping him. However, Vegeta would refuse his help by getting to his feet on his own. Goku was able to say anything. Goku's body would move on his own, as an attack would head towards Goku's heart that would be deadly. Who's attacking treacherously? You better show yourself. A large smoke screen was able to observe the 12 gods of destruction. It'd have been better for you if you hadn't dodged that attack, because at this moment, we'll have to seal you for eternity. You won't be able to die. If you do, Zeno-sama would notice your heart stopping. What's this happening? What type of training? I don't like it. It's the essence that's completely evil. And that attack thrown at me was capable of ending my life if I didn't dodge it. This is not training. We plan to end your life. We can't allow this mortal to have the power beyond the god of destruction. You together with your kids have the seal of all existence. The god Kyla moved quickly and prostrated himself behind Goten and Gohan, leaving them on the verge of death and out of combat. Despite having great potential, they couldn't release 100% of their power, and their hair would turn to a pink color while the evil essence was released around him. I swear I won't let you lay your hands on my kids. I'm not interested in dying. You have to come to me. Goku with great anger would pounce against Beerus, who would stop his blow, but the bone of his arm was destroyed and a big scream would be heard. Goku with a big kick sent him flying and generating an explosion would pounce against Beerus. The gods exchanged millions of blows. Goku seemed to have lost the Ultra Instinct and could absorb the energy of the Ultra Instinct. Goku was able to dodge these blows, and the few that were granted to him would create incredible damage throughout his body. Two gods of a combined blow were able to send him to the surface of the planet, destroying everything. Goku would spit out some blood and see Vegeta. Vegeta, help me! I'm sure if we join forces, we could face them. I'm sorry, Kakarot. This is the best thing that'll happen between you and your kids, to die. I'm sure that if we leave them alive, we'll seek revenge, and it's not personal. As long as you continue to live on Earth, you will be in constant danger. Vegeta would turn around, leaving the place, while a few tears would fall to the ground. Goku's power would increase in an unreal way, so much so that the entire Universe 7 would rumble due to the excess energy. This is amazing. I didn't think that Mr. Goku's power would rise above these levels of betrayal, but apparently every living being is able to release its maximum potential when it's about to die. Goku is no exception. I swear I'll kill each and every one of you! Goku would throw himself against the gods, his bones beginning to be destroyed by the excess energy. The gods noticed this, and with a much higher power would throw energy attacks as well as lethal blows on Goku's entire body. Gohan would wake up his body injured because this had cost him too much to stand up, and at the moment of achieving it, he would have all this blood spread from his body. The power of the gods is overwhelming! He was able to generate incredible damage with a single blow. I can't let my father die just watching him come to an end. Gohan would stand up with anger begin to run through his body, was able to watch his father be completely destroyed. Gohan, at the moment of a great scream, would get the attention of the gods, and his power was able to release through the Universe 7. We should definitely seal them as soon as possible. We can't allow them to get more powerful. I won't let my father die! If they end his life, they'll end mine too! Those treacherous gods, especially Beerus. We gave our lives for that tournament, and you pay us this way! That stupid tournament was created by the ignorance of your father, and for that very reason we want to end his life. And because as long as he lives, all 12 universes will be in danger. It's better to join us, and we promise to leave you alive. I'm not such a scumbag to betray my own blood! Gohan, with an incredible roar, would drive the gods away from Goku, while the others would stand by his side. Father, it's impossible to defeat them right now. We gotta flee and become more powerful and take revenge on them. That'll be impossible, since I've been able to realize that Universe 7's sealed, so we can't escape from here. The gods, without waiting for them to come up with a plan, would rush them, and a great battle would start. The angels, with the help of their staffs, would create a great dimension. The only way out was to overcome the power of the 12 angels together, which was impossible for a mortal. The seal is complete, and a matter of 3 warriors to aim to them, although of course we will not enter in a good way. It'd be better to leave them out, since it is the most feasible way.
But one of them's not able to do anything, so we could start with him, as he will be less of a hindrance.
One of the angels got Goten, who was out of combat, throwing him out of the dimension. This would be noticed by Goku and Gohan, who would get angry and try to increase their powers. Their bodies collapsed since their bodies would reach their limit. Both Saiyans would fall to the ground, returning to their base, as their internal system was destroyed. I can't believe this is the end of me! I wasn't able to do anything! I swear, I better end their lives. If it's gonna make us alive, I swear I'll return to search for this revenge, and we will finish with their divine energy and the existence of the 12 universes. I'd like to see that. It's impossible. The power of these two is incredible, but you won't be able to overcome the 12 angels, and getting out of that place will be impossible for you. I am sorry, Mr. Goku. I know that you are endangering the 12 universes. That's why we've resorted to this. Beerus would carry a small attack in the palm of his hands and watching them. I hope you'll be able to reflect on all that you've caused by the simple thirst of getting more power. Beerus would throw a little attack, sending them to that dimension. Son Goku's power turned out to be shady, but they weren't able to face all the gods together. It's this time to retire. No matter what happens in that dimension, nothing and no one will be able to get them out of that place. All the gods would go to their universes. Goku with his 2 children would be sealed in a dimension created by 12 angels. Goku, along with his 2 children, have been sealed in the dimension created by the angels. On the way out of that dimension was to overcome the power of the angels, and in the outside world, each god had gone to their respective universes. Returning to the Prince of the Saiyans, Vegeta would arrive at Bulma's house, and the warriors would be present. However, Beerus, along with Whis, would appear in the middle of all. We are here, and we have very important news to give you. I thought that they'd left our planet. It's better for me. Please explain to them that it was everything that happened with Kakarot and his kids.
Has something happened to my Goku, my little kids? Mr. Beerus, what happened to them? Was it a new enemy?
I'll say it quickly. It's not easy to say, but we sealed Goku with his 2 children before they turned against me. They must have something in mind. All the enemies that attack planet Earth have been because of Son Goku. The proof is obvious. Mr. Goku always longs to be more powerful. He doesn't take into account the repercussions of what happens on planet Earth and the divine energy to all the 12 universes. From the arrival of the Saiyans at the Tournament of Power, everything's been Son Goku's fault. He's not interested in others. He wants to be more powerful, and that way his kids were heading. For the other reason, we've been told what I've been told to do to them.
On the other hand, Mr. Beerus is right. I can't believe my children were sealed. They were innocent. They shouldn't have done that to him.
They were not as innocent as you thought. Gohan's power was able to be compared to the similar that of the gods, and it would be very complex to do something to them in the case that they reveal themselves. I just hope they understand us.
Now that I start to remember, the children, because of Goku, were always attacking us, but despite this, Goku would defend us. I think they went too far. They're right, things have happened because of them. He always solves them.
Problems that could be avoided. Son Goku was able to evolve because of Vegeta. He thinks that the well-being of his family, unlike Goku, who only seeks to become much stronger, nor does he help work with his wife.
I totally agree with that. He only wanted to, when he left, to train with Mr. Whis, and it hurts me to say that they just sealed my children. It's better that 3 people die than the 12 universes and millions of innocent lives die. I agree with you all, because Goku died on all these occasions, and he doesn't know what it means that I wish I had enough power to beat him up myself. I'm sorry, but it was something that I always had kept.
Well. Kakarot's supposed friends were nothing more than imposters by his side, only for protection that they could grant him. Unlike me, who used it to be more powerful.
In that case, everyone's been informed, we leave.
But before we leave, Vegeta, you want to come with us? We're planning to grant you the training of a god of destruction, since you have the skill and physiology to control the energy of destruction.
Vegeta was surprised by these words.
With the power of a god of destruction, I'll be able to surpass Kakarot. That power I always saw was unattainable.
This would go through his mind. Vegeta's expression would be more serious and step in front of Beerus.
Of course I'll go with you. I plan to be more capable of powerful than that useless Kakarot, and I plan to become more powerful than the 12 universe gods only below the angels. Those words I like to hear. In that case, let's go to Planet Vegeta. You'll start training to God Candidate of Destruction.
Wow, Vegeta would be the god of destruction of the universe. This deserves a party. And by the way, we want to celebrate Goku not being the cause of our problems anymore.
In the dimension, Goku was standing up, while his whole body was expelling blood, since his body was beyond the limits that he caused, and it was greater than the Tournament of Power. At this time, the blows of his enemies had damaged his interior a lot.
My body hurts. Really, the blows of these miserable people have been able to destroy everything. I can't let this happen.
Goku, with his effort, would stand, realize that Gohan was injured but not in death. Therefore, he was able to get his hand out of Goten, who was out of combat. Goku watched his 200 children and blood came out of their bodies. Negative power began to rise, and power of Kakarot lay dormant in Goku's unconsciousness had awakened. Goku in his head was able to hear Kakarot's voice. Son Goku, after several years I wake up. I'm the ruthless part of the Saiyans. I'm the Saiyan who arrived on Earth, but that blow sealed your consciousness and your brain. It's time to reform to a single being.
What? Are you the warrior they call Kakarot? How's that possible we exist? It's crazy, I'm freaking out about the gods of the gods.
I know it seems strange. If you and I unite, our powers will grow never seen before. We'll become one being, and it's like it's always been, and the potential will be incredible.
I definitely don't know what's happening, but if it causes me to do more power, I'll sweep the floor with those wretches, especially Vegeta. That wretch turned his back on me. I won't forgive him.
That's what I want to hear. So, let's break these chains. Free me from this imprisonment. Goku would approach his subconscious towards some large chains, and being able to have some energy flow, Kakarot destroyed them, approaching where Goku was. You and me, I am you. You and I should never have been separated. This moment we'll return to a single being and be the Saiyan of death. Both consciousness formed into a being. Although Goku's appearance hadn't changed, a great scream and several rays rose around him. A pink aura was rising from his body. This time, thanks to the power of his counterpart, Goku could transform while he was in a more serious and calculating look.
By being able to reform, we've been able to eliminate our weak points. Since we don't have any openings, our body is able to master this transformation, and I'll call it Ultra Instinct Full Power. Despite the fact that on this occasion Goku had access to this transformation, he wasn't able to master it. He would instantly spit out blood, and falling to the ground, Goku would smile. Ha ha ha! This pain only make me stronger. All the pain I feel will multiply millions of times more. My kids and I will get out of this place.
Goku turned to his kids, and with a slight bump of their stomachs, he was able to get them to react. Goten was woken up completely confused.
What happened, Dad? Where are we? I feel pressure going through your body.
Goku would return to his base state, putting his hands on Son Goku's body, healing all his wounds.
My son, the gods and our so-called family have betrayed us. Their explanation's been that we're a threat to the 12 universes and sealed us. We'll get out of here, though.
Goten would say nothing, and after a few tears rolled down his cheeks, not understanding why his mother would accept something like this.
Please, Dad, trade me to become more powerful. I don't want those people to make fun of me like we were trash they could throw away.
Of course, son, but let me heal your brother, since it was his 12 gods of the universe that was barely badly injured. I have to make sure that the energy flow is in him. Goku would go to Gohan and would put his hand on his chest. Gohan, despite waking up, his energy was low, and Goku would transmit his power through Gohan's body, making him stand up.
My head hurts too much. What happened, Dad? Were we betrayed by these friends?
So it seems, Gohan, but at this moment we'll train so that those bastards will be able to consider us a threat. I want them to be prepared.
I don't care what I have to do. I promise to finish them and go back to my dear daughter and wife. They must be waiting for me.
We only know that when we leave this place, our so-called friends have something to do with our betrayal.
No, Father. Please don't say that. I can't believe my wife had anything to do with that. We have to become more powerful.
I want you to take care of your training of Goten. Since I'm not able to master my power, that could cause him harm.
I understand, Father. I'll see to Goten breaking his limits, so you don't got anything to worry about.
I'll leave it in your hands. Please, try your best. And everything we want to do, we have to get revenge on them. The warriors left the different parts of the dimension. Goku would prostrate himself on the ground meditating, and with everything around him trembling, would master his energy, costing him more, since this time his heart was not pure as before, and in this, control of his divine energy was more complex. So that's why the warriors always fight weren't able to master their internal energy. I thought it was just the superstition of these miserable people. It really is more complex. Goku, without caring that his bones were compromised, would continue with his great training. In return to the planet Beerus, the deities with Vegeta arrived, and Vegeta would start his great training. On this occasion, you will master the energy of a god, and you will achieve it. Mr. Beerus will be able to give you a little energy, with which you can master completely, and access a new state. I understand. It seems easy. Let's start with you. Beerus, with a small smile, would generate a small sphere of destructive energy. I hope you're prepared. Although it seems simple, the energy of a god is much more complicated. Don't let your guard down. Beerus would throw an energy sphere and would enter Vegeta's body, starting to generate damage to his internal system, and too much blood was spreading all over the planet of Beerus. Mr. Beerus, it seems rash to grant the God of Destruction candidate training, since this small sphere of energy I throw at him is able to destroy 60% of his organs. No, Whis, I'm sure Vegeta can bear it. We just have to be giving him a little more time. Vegeta, while he felt his whole body was about to explode, would concentrate, meditating. Large amounts of blood released his whole body. Vegeta would stay calm, assimilating the energy of Beerus, and his body would stop receiving damage. See, Whis, I told you. His destructive energy is not easy to control for a mortal, but Vegeta is able to master the energy of a god. Well, I didn't expect this. This energy would cause Vegeta to cause him the end of his own existence. For Vegeta, because of the most powerful god of destruction, he must have rigorous training, and he'll have to see death up close. Both deities were interrupted by a great noise, and on this occasion the Oracle Fish would cause great news. Mr. Beerus, do you know the premonition of the Saiyan god I told you about a few years ago? Of course I remember her, and not as powerful as I expected since she wasn't able to give me 25% of my power. Well, that's the problem. I don't know what happened, but my premonition was accurate. I was able to see the 12 universes, including the gods and angels, eradicated by the god Ozaru. The look on Beerus's face would be of great terror, who would, with this being, remember the premonition he had of the Super Saiyan God. A great rumble would be felt over the planet, and instantly Beerus would release destructive energy because he was afraid of the warrior who it could be. Mr. Beerus, calm down. As I've told you, the premonitions are 90% correct, but there is also 10% error. We all know that, Oracle Fish. Mr. Beerus is afraid he knows Son Goku will never stay still in the dimension we've sent him. But why are they able to send Goku to that dimension? Thanks to him, Universe 7 won the victory in the Tournament of Power. I understand, but you must realize that Son Goku never met Zeno-sama, so although he didn't want to accept it, this has partially been his fault. I see you have some reason. I disagree because no matter how many problems Son Goku causes, I was always looking for a way to solve them. But, well, they're not matters of concern for me, since you are the deities of this universe. The Oracle Fish would proceed to leave, and Beerus had stopped releasing that great power. Vegeta, surprised, wasn't able to do anything. The destructive energy in his body didn't allow him to move, and was able to observe everything that happened. Hell, I doubt Kakarot can get out, since it's been created by the power of the angels. I gotta become more powerful. Vegeta would try to make his head go blank. It was impossible since each defeat he had with Kakarot passed through his mind. And in the dimension, Goku would continue meditating, despite that the room was created by angels and had very special characteristics. Stronger they become, the gravity increased. And they noticed by Goku because the three of them trained, and the pressure that fell on Goku's body would end the life of his kids. Goten didn't even have variables of Super Saiyan. Gohan had power which would rival the divine energy, but was still not enough. I gotta master my energy completely if I'm not interested with every one of my bones being destroyed, but I swear I'll make it. Goku would meditate. Something no one in that place had noticed was that time would pass differently. Since they were training, no matter how many years they spent outside, they'd never grow old, in which the same way 1 day outside was 2 years inside. But none of the warriors had noticed this. On the other end of the dimension, Gohan released a little of his power in his mystical state, and he began to train Goten, who he could master higher levels of pressure in his body. I know this isn't a big deal for you, Goten, since you all are the Saiyan like me, but you gotta start little by little. I want to make sure that my beast mode pressure, that I'll break your bones if I don't have a good foundation. Of course, brother. Help me become your powerful. I can't believe one of our friends has betrayed us. I want revenge. Damn, Goten, already seeks thirst for revenge. It's obvious since even our mother betrayed us. I want to get out of here. Gohan would instantly release more pressure and began to exchange several blows. With each blow, Goten was injured. because the pressure of Gohan wasn't able to bring to his knees, compromised his speed a little, and was crucial in battle.
Enough! I want you to meditate. I want to help awaken the power of Super Saiyan 2, and we need to walk a traditional path.
Gohan would put his hand on Goten's head. Gohan, with his great power, was able to get Goten an illusion. Goku and Gohan were defeated by the gods if Goten wasn't able to do anything. Gohan would notice Goten's power rise.
Apparently he's been able to work. Now it's just a little bit more to be able to access Super Saiyan 2.
A golden aura of energy would rise over the place. Goten's power was able to grow greatly.
I swear I'll end the lives of those good-for-nothings. My father and brother gave their lives. Miserable gods, I'll eradicate them.
Goten would instantly fall out of combat because Super Saiyan 2 was too much on him. Gohan would carry his brother, getting him to rest somewhere away from where Gohan would start training.
I've been able to access Super Saiyan B state, but my bones and internal organs were compromised. My body was heavy and I wasn't able to move. I felt like everything was destroyed.
Gohan was instantly begin to meditate, and rays were scattered over the place of the dimension. Goku would open his eyes and notice the place had been 6 months, and their bodies were in the perception of time of the outside world. And the three warriors would only feel like a few hours passed, but their bodies and abilities had been training for about 6 months, and Goku was able to master 92% of his internal energy, and thanks to this, Goku was able to access the perfect Ultra Instinct, which took over the place of a great aura would rise, and among the silver glitter, Goku could observe an imposing look.
I was able to master my internal energy to 92%, and I'm sure I can achieve it. Although currently I want to increase my power, and I want to know which transformation is the most useful to me on the battlefield.
Goku and Ultra Instinct would concentrate, making Kakarot materialize, and a shadow moved a little from him. The large smoke would form, being identical to Goku being observed. This time, he had red hair.
I want you to fight me. I know this transformation is more favorable. The Ultra Instinct mastered this transformation I call Full Power Ultra Instinct. I feel that both have very different characteristics and can adapt to different styles of combat. That'd be better. Okay, but if you ask me for advice, you shouldn't call for Full Ultra Instinct, because Ultra Instinct could be something like this.
Kakarot would clench his fists with power, his hair would turn white, and despite it, his muscles would grow, and his body, reacting on its own, would not be able to dodge them because the change of speed for power.
This would be the full power of Ultra Instinct. If my enemy overshadows me in power, I don't want to go to the afterlife alone. So I detonate an explosion. It's for combat, but it's a terrible idea. I personally recommend you call it the Super Saiyan of Revenge. Ha! It doesn't matter what we name it. We have to figure out which is the best transformation on the battlefield. That's why I've asked you to materialize so you can help me fight against me.
Ha! It'd be a pleasure, because even though I've been sealed in your subconscious for years, the Saiyan blood runs through my body.
Heh, I don't doubt that you could stand up to me, since I'm the warrior who's able to overcome the power of the gods.
Don't you forget that you are me and I am you. For that reason, we're able to overcome the power of the gods, and for that reason, I was able to achieve it.
In that case, I want to check what you're saying, because apparently you have a big mouth but you can't move from the place. You afraid?
Kakarot, irritated by his counterpart, pounced on Goku, but the transformation Kakarot possessed Goku didn't know, and he also had the Ultra Instinct. Goku would dodge Kakarot's blow, a knee to the stomach a little, and would amaze him for a few brief moments. He was able to overcome his reaction speed of the Ultra Instinct, and they took a little distance.
Well, I don't have to trust myself after all, since I can tell that you're a rare transformation that you possess the Ultra Instinct.
Huh. You didn't think that it was a lie that I could do it too? After all, we're the same person, a being that never should have separated.
I agree. You don't have the battle experience I have, and that's a weak point. You don't have to feel no matter how hard you try.
You forget that I was a Saiyan who was supposed to conquer Earth. The experience of hundreds of generations runs through my veins. But since you have such a high ego, I'll show you how you possess the Ultra Instinct. You lose. Goku would feel how his body would shudder, and the whole area of Kakarot changed. The essence of a god of death would be perceived, and Goku, without able to react, a blow was able to send him flying. And Goku wasn't able to see it, and the damage created madness. Since Goku wasn't able to stand up, large amounts of blood were released.
What? How could you hit me? I wasn't able to see anything. My body wasn't able to react. How were you able to do it? That wasn't a normal blow.
Ha! You have so much ego that the great power you back up, since no enemy could reveal to you how much you could break your defense. Goku would stand more seriously and throw himself against him. In seconds, the level of his opponent moved away incredibly, because Kakarot didn't move in the slightest. He didn't dodge any of his punches, and the punches received weren't able to make him move, and would act annoyed by Goku even more.
Damn it! Don't underestimate me! Take this! Destructive blow!
Goku would use a great power in his fist, and the beastly blow on Kakarot's face would cause an explosion. While Goku's smiling, among the smoke the explosion would reveal red eyes, and Goku would feel the real terror. But before he could react, Goku would hold him with incredible brutality on the neck, being able to sink him into the ground, and Goku, with all his physical strength, wasn't able to do anything against him. Since the whole battle was going on, Gohan would continue meditating, and of several Semas, Gohan was able to get Beast Mode at will.
I've finally been able to manage access to Beast Mode. It's like Goten, I also need a trigger to achieve it. I've got to master it.
Gohan would instantly access his Beast Mode, but the power he released on this occasion was 3 times more than when he faced the gods, and Gohan hadn't noticed such an increase in power. Gohan in his Beast Mode would simulate training battles with each gods, while Goten would train Super Saiyan 2.
I know that I haven't been able to master Super Saiyan 2 and even Super Saiyan 3. When I'm able to achieve it, I'll finally be able to access the Divine Essence. Get ready!
Kakarot was able to humiliate Goku because this time, even though Goku stood up, his punches couldn't do anything. Ha! I've warned you. Apparently the Ultra Instinct is not a transformation that fighting powerful enemies, and it gives great reflexes. It's limited in the transformation, and more speed and power, your reflexes decrease a little.
What? How do you know that? Were you able to analyze my battle formation since the Gods of Destruction?
I have, and fought the whole battle in Ultra Instinct. I'm sure at this dead moment, this power of the Ultra Instinct's limited, and your transformation stayed short. The Ultra Instinct in your base state, and in the same way, you can access other variants at will to have great increase.
I've been able to understand it, so I want to face you with Super Saiyan God Rose. I want to check what distance separates me from that rare transformation.
Heh, alright, let me heal your wounds.
No, don't worry, I've got something I wanted to check.
Goku would instantly rise his base state and would close his eyes concentrating, accessing Super Saiyan God, which all his wounds and energy were able to be restored.
Super Saiyan God has a regeneration, but his power is lower.
It's inferior. You're not able to master the transformation even 20% of the reason I was able to beat you, since I am using Super Saiyan God.
What? But it's different from Super Saiyan God that I have. Why is that?
I've been able to bring the power to Super Saiyan God 100%. For that reason, your blows can't do anything to me, and the regeneration's autonomous makes me recover instantly.
Wow, you've got a lot of secrets. I want to check to see what I can do against Super Saiyan God Rose. This time I don't plan to underestimate you.
Goku would instantly increase his power, the dimension shaking as the power Goku released was madness.
What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.